like, share, subscribe. Shouts out to the Lions Den community. And don't y'all forget to subscribe to the podcast show. Link will be pinned in the top of the chat.
Just name the channel who could bang with us. I'll prove that you are smoking dust. GTV Media is top notch in this game, y'all. You failures only have yourself to blame, y'all. Cricket TV and a weapons make you suckers cry. Why don't you close your channel, crawl into a hole and die? Shout out to those who love our movement, no, we'll never flop. Until you get your mouth on LDBC. We are the underground outfit, y'all. We built this whole thing by ourselves, no in y'all. Independence start with self-preservation. If you can't take care of self, then how can you build a nation, y'all? Yup, we got that merch for the ladies and yes, we even got that merch for the babies and we got appliances and everything that you will need. We got some banging songs that make anemic haters bleed.
All right, you guys. So like, share, subscribe as y'all tap on in. Press 2 in the comments if y'all can hear me. If you guys can hear me, press 2 in the comment section, man. Let me get a mic check real quick. 1 2 1 2. If y'all can hear me in the comments, press 2. Just get a quick little mic check. Salute to everybody that's tapped in this morning. Make sure y'all share the video, like the video on y'all's way in, man. I appreciate everybody who constantly support this channel, man. Love, honor, and respect to all of you guys. And blessings to all of y'all, man. And look, we're going to get right into this video, man. It's Soulja Boy, man. He just got some devastating news, man. Now, if you guys who don't know, rapper Soulja Boy, he is in court right now. Now, the reason why he is in court, he is in civil court due to a sexual assault allegation that was made against him by one of his former, I think it was employees. Now, this thing has gotten absolutely out of control because, you know, he may have to pay the piper if he is found guilty in this case. Now, according to reports from Rolling Stone, he has not only been accused of lying, wearing fake glasses to try to make him seem like he's, you know, different than what you see on social media, but now the accuser is demanding $73 million in this case. Let me repeat myself again. The accuser is demanding $73 million in this sexual assault case. Now, you know, in the closing arguments, it says right there, the plaintiff's lawyer told the jurors that Soulja Boy put on a 4-week act in a costume, saying that this is not who he really is. And they want 73. I'm going to read this article to you guys. It says the lawyer of a woman accusing Soulja Boy of R-wording her portrayed him as a brutal boss who beat and sexually assaulted the Jane Doe and then dressed up in fake glasses and a suit to lie to jurors about the alleged abuse. In the rapper's defense, his lawyers painted the Grammy-nominated artist as the victim of a vengeful ex-girlfriend peddling a false story for money. During the closing arguments in a California courtroom the other day, the Jane Doe often cried and wiped away tears as the lawyer said she deserves $73,620,000 in past and future damages for alleged horror suffered during a living and working relationship with Soulja Boy in 2019, 2020. I don't even know if he's worth $73 million. Hold on. I got to pull up this dude's net worth. I got to pull up his net worth. It said the woman claimed the artist, whose real name is DeAndre Cortez Way, hired her as his salaried personal assistant in January 2019 after they met through a friend. She alleged that he R-worded her for the first time during a police raid of his Malibu Hills mansion in February 2019, and then assaulted and sexually battered her on a regular basis for more than a year. She admitted her professional role crossed over into a highly toxic romantic relationship that was consensual at times, but she alleged that Soulja Boy abused his position of authority and emotionally manipulated her her lawyer argued in the court. He R-worded her. He punched her. He kicked her. He cut her. He picked up and then slammed her. He choked her, left bruises from squeezing her arm. He grabbed her head by a mirror and said, "No one will love you," attorney Ronald Zambrano told jurors as his client broke down crying. He pointed a Draco at her. He locked her in a room. He threatened her family. He threatened her. He denied her food. The lawyer showed. Let me ask y'all this. If all this is going on, why this dude ain't in prison? I just want to know if he was pointing Draco and doing all this shit, why isn't he in prison? Why is he in civil court? This dude should be in prison. If he did all this to the girl, why he ain't in prison? He said the lawyer showed the jurors screen grabs from text messages between the woman and Soulja Boy. In one of the most disturbing exchanges, April the 20th, 2020, Soulja Boy texted, "I hope you die slow." The Jane Doe responded with, "You think you can keep hitting on me? You're crazy." To which Soulja Boy responded, "F you, B." In other messages, Soulja Boy told the woman, "I hope you catch Corona, B, and I should have unalived your ass." Zambrano told the jury the lawyer faulted Soulja Boy for avoiding all accountability for the harm he purportedly inflicted. He said his client, by comparison, was honest about getting high, calling other women the B word, posing for pictures with blickies, and having consensual sex with Soulja Boy at times. These are things that are not flattering. How embarrassing for her. But she still admitted it, he said. He's owned up to nothing. Not one text message, not one photograph. He hasn't owned up to one thing that doesn't flatter him. The lawyer called Soulja Boy a performer who was essentially dressed up in a nerd cosplay throughout the trial. He reminded jurors that under the cross-examination, Soulja Boy admitted that his eyeglasses he was wearing were not prescription. It was an act, a 4-week act with glasses and a suit, Zambrano argued. The act you're being asked to buy, unfortunately, my client did buy it. It's why she went back. I asked that you don't fall for the man sitting over there with the fake glasses on trying to convince you he's incapable of the bruises you've seen, the cuts you've seen, the text messages he sent. When it was his turn to speak, Soulja Boy's lawyer, Ricky Ivy, told jurors that the woman's story about the alleged abuse evolved over time. He said that when she first reported her allegations to the police in December 2020, she didn't tell the deputy that Soulja Boy allegedly knocked her unconscious on one occasion and smacked her in the mouth and forced oral copulation. Ivy claimed that a bodyguard who accompanied the woman to a final meeting with Soulja Boy in late 2020 testified that the woman was the aggressor in a final physical confrontation that day. Why would he lie? Question mark. Ivy asked, referring to the bodyguard. He was referred by a friend and hired by her lawyer. What's his motive to lie? He doesn't have one. Ivy told jurors that the woman was never a salaried employee, only an independent contractor who agreed to a barter transaction in which she would roll blunts for Soulja Boy in exchange for her room and board. He called the arrangement an industry standard. Ivy further argued that Jane Doe could have escaped her alleged false imprisonment at Soulja Boy's house when she traveled to Las Vegas or Kentucky to be with him. I think you can find someone to complain to at an airport. They're full of police officers, TSA officers. There's help all around, he argued. The lawyer claimed that the woman offered to resolve her claims against Soulja Boy in December of 2020 by demanding $50,000 in a Dodge Charger. He called the effort extortion. The plaintiff is motivated by jealousy, revenge, and financial gain, he told the jury. She wanted to be paid. That's what this case is all about. It's not about truth. It's just not. In one argument that clearly enraged Zambrano, Ivy claimed that the series of photos of the woman's alleged injuries shown repeatedly during the trial weren't conclusive. He questioned when they exactly were taken and how they should be perceived. The photographs don't end the story, they only raise more questions, Ivy argued. In his final rebuttal argument, Zambrano, who is, the lawyer uh, for Soulja Boy, um, this is crazy, bro. This is just crazy, bro. This is sickening, man. This is sickening, man. Crazy, bro. In his final rebuttlement argument, Zambrano said Ivy's argument left him angry. He said that Soulja Boy tried to discredit one of the photos showing the woman's bruised neck, but later had to admit it was snapped in his home because of his pieces of artwork was visible in the background. Apparently, she didn't get beat up enough, Zambrano scoffed, referring to Ivy's dismissal of the photos. The cut wasn't deep enough. The bruise wasn't purple enough. Well, next time, we'll take another 2 weeks so we can really get into that. The judge overseeing the trial started reading the jury instructions late on this past Monday, but ran out of time. He ordered the panel back to begin their deliberations Tuesday morning. In a graphic and harrowing testimony delivered last month, the woman detailed her alleged abuse, starting with the purported bathroom attack during the police raid in 2019. She claimed that Soulja Boy chucked several guns out of a window into a steep canyon and was trying to dispose of narcotics in a bathroom when he allegedly spun her around, pulled her pants down, and started having sex with her. She didn't immediately report the alleged attack to the Ventura County Sheriff's deputies, who raided the home because she was terrified of Soulja Boy and of possible retaliation, is what she's testified. I fear for my life, she told the jury on the fourth day of the civil trial. She claimed that Soulja Boy told her he knew where her mother lived and had threatened to send shooters to the house. I was scared. Hold on, let me cook this person right here. I know I got to cook somebody. You say she's a liar, right? Let me say this, right? Now, I like Soulja Boy. Let me just say this, right? I like Soulja Boy. You know, but I don't like how Soulja Boy moves. Right? I don't like how Soulja Boy moves. Let me say this to you right now, sir. Soulja Boy does too much foolishness on social media. Let me put this out here to y'all right now. Soulja Boy does too much foolishness on social media. And I'm just telling y'all this right now. He says too much bull jab. He says too much incriminating things. The way he acts on social media is complete buffoonery. And then not only this, let me say this to y'all. This person says, were you there? How do you know? Yeah, that's the question. Was they there? Because the girl, she actually went to court and showed photos. She actually went to court with photos and text messages. Yeah. See, I'm gonna tell you something about you capping ass Negroes, right? Some of y'all dudes are just disgusting. I can tell some of y'all just like beating up on your women. That's some of y'all do that. Some of y'all roll like that, and that's just what y'all do. The woman actually went to court and was in court this week and not only showed photos, but also showed text messages. Right? Right? So to say that she's lying, right? When she has photos of her getting her ass beat, right? And she also, right, showed text messages, right, of the different threats. See, but you come in here and you say, oh, she's a liar. Well, let's talk about this, right? Oh, okay, you said Soulja Boy's a liar. You said, so he's a liar. Yeah, well, okay. Yeah, okay. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Okay, it's this other dude that's talking trash. Okay, let me block him. Hold on. Let me block him. This dude Rico, let me block him. I'm gonna get you out of here. There you go. You blocked, dog. I gotta make sure I get you out of here. Because you dudes are scumbags. You got to go. You definitely got to go. Something wrong with you, dog. You got to go. There ain't no question about that. Hold on. Yeah, you out of here. Let me show you this other one, too. Hold on. Because, see, I'm going to tell you something. Like, it's one thing when it's just hearsay, right? It's one thing when it's hearsay. It's another thing when somebody bring evidence, right? She actually took the evidence to the court. Now, the question I have is $73 million. The man ain't even worth that. That's the question. The question is this case a $73 million case? That's the question, to be honest with y'all. Because I don't even know Soulja Boy's worth $73 million, right? But Soulja Boy always on social media, showing Dracos, talking about he big Draco. This all so her saying that stuff in court, guess what? They're gonna look at her like, hey, you know, maybe she's not. Hold on, let me block this other one too. Hold on, let me block this dude. Hold on. Trying to find this other dude. Hold on, y'all. Trying to find this other dude. Trying to find him. He got to go. I'm trying to find him. Hold on, y'all. He got to go. This Negro capping. He capping for real, bro. And this all I'm saying, bro. Like, it's easy for us to say, hey man, she's lying. When she brings text messages that you can't dispute, when she brings photos that's in your house that you can't dispute, what are we talking about, bro? What are we talking about, man? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. I can understand if she's saying all this, she ain't got no evidence to corroborate. I don't want to hear none of that, bro. Real talk, man. Dudes ain't got no type of morals or ethics, bro. It really disappoints me, man, that we live in a world where there ain't no morals and ethics like that, man. It ain't no standard that's being held. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if you come out, you actually have evidence, bro. What's there to argue about? I want y'all to really think about that. What are we arguing about? If the woman comes out and she has evidence of the things that she's saying, what are we arguing about? What's the discussion? She's showing you text messages in court, where this dude threatened her life. Bro, Soulja Boy be acting crazy on social media. Don't y'all understand social media be convicting a lot of these dudes? Just off how they be acting on social media? Have y'all watched Soulja Boy on social media? And I'm a guy, I like Soulja Boy, but I don't like how he moves. And I don't like this. And I can't respect this. Because I didn't know this was going on. And I just be honest with y'all, bro. You have to have some type of, integrity, man. The man be acting crazy on social media. He be acting did y'all see him the other week? He was going at Marlon Wayans, just like crashing all, just going crazy, bro. Then, like I said, these dudes go to court, and now they look like this when they go to court. So that's why the lawyer said he put on a cheap suit for 4 weeks in court, or he put on a fake costume in court for 4 weeks. He didn't come stand on business the same way he be on social media. Now he got glasses on with no prescription. Come on, man. What we doing? What we doing, y'all? So again, man, y'all see this stuff on social media, bro. Dudes are scared to call this stuff out. They scared to call out these dudes and really clean this stuff up, man, so that we can have some real transparency, man, and not be dealing with foolishness. People scared of that stuff, man. They scared to keep it 100, man. That's the problem I have. I got a problem with people scared to stand on business and keep it 100. I have a problem with that. I got a problem with that. You know what I'm saying? If you scared to stand on business and keep it 100, I'm talking about all the way across the board, right? But we also have to look at ourselves first and deal with this type of foolishness first as ourselves. Now, do I think $73 million? Come on, bro. Come on, bro. $73 million? But then again, I have other questions. If Soulja Boy did all these things, why ain't Soulja Boy in prison? Why did you not send him to jail? Why are you looking for this? Like, this is my question. This stuff is recent. She's saying in the recent years. If he did all of these things and beat you up this many times, you got all these pictures and all these text messages. Why not call the cops? Were you in a situation you felt like you love this man so much? And sometimes women do that. And that's just the truth. Sometimes women feel like they love a man so much, or they're so in fear they don't want to call the police. I've seen this type of stuff before with these ratchet ass, and I ain't gonna say she's ratchet, but like I said, I've seen it where it's just a contagious, just a disgraceful type of relationship situation. I've seen it. Where, the women don't leave, uh they don't like the beatings, but they don't leave. You know what I'm saying? They don't want the cops to come arrest them and get them. No, please don't take them. No, I don't seen all that before. And then I don't seen the other side where women say this. And then I don't seen the other side where women beat men and humiliate men. It's crazy. I seen the other side. So like I said before, I've told y'all this, man. You know what I mean? But like I said, $73 million, and you ain't filed no. Did you file criminal charges against him? Because if that's the case, he'd have been in prison. Let's just be honest with y'all. If that's the case, if she would have filed criminal charges and brought forth that evidence she had, Soulja Boy would be in prison. But she brought it to civil court, so she obviously, is looking for them chips that he got. You know what I mean? That's obviously what she looking for. She want them chips. Yeah, y'all smash the like button as y'all come on in here, man. I'm gonna finish reading this report though, and then we're gonna get up out of here. But I just wanted to address dude who said that, because what he said didn't make no sense to me. What he said didn't make no sense to me, because the reason why I said that is because, you know what I'm saying? Bro, you sitting up here arguing about something that has, you arguing with me about something that she came to court with evidence on. She literally came to court with pictures and text messages from him in his house. The pictures of her beating. So again, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, these dudes be incriminating themselves on social media. How can niggas get mad at anybody when these dudes incriminate themselves on social media? They incriminate themselves on social media by saying all the stuff they say, crashing out, all this other stuff. Then you go to court, you want to put on glasses, put on a suit, and act like ain't nothing happened. Come on, bro. We cannot condone that. Can't. Got to teach the guys the right way. Got to teach them the right way. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the facts of the situation, you guys. And I hope everybody truly understands that. You know? I hope everybody truly understands that, man. I'm saddened because of it, you know? So everybody can pretty much see what it is. And hold on, you guys. I'm looking at the comments right now. You said some of the women don't want the man to go to jail. They just want the money. I agree with that. And see, that's the question. Now we have to ask about morality. Is that morally right? You know, do you agree with that? Do you think that that's morally right? That because if that's the case, then that's the punishment that she chooses. See what I'm saying? It is what it is. If that's what she wants to put on him. Now feel where I'm coming from now. If she doesn't want to go criminal, but she says, I'm gonna take your money, how do ladies feel about that? How do the fellas feel about that? If she says, I don't want to send you to prison, but I want your bread for beating my ass, allegedly, sexually assaulting me, allegedly. You know, how y'all feel about that? That's a real question. But let me get to this. So it says, I fear for my life, this woman told the jury on the fourth day of the civil trial. She claimed that Soulja Boy told her he knew where her mother lived and had threatened to send shooters to the house. I was scared of what he would do to my family. I didn't want to hurt anybody because I didn't want him to hurt anybody because of me, she testified. The woman says she was so desperate for food while living with Soulja Boy in early 2019 that she gathered loose change from his home and gave it to the property's gardeners so they could buy her instant noodles. She claims she dropped from 140 to 86 pounds before Soulja Boy was sent to jail in April of 2019 for a probation violation linked to the raid. And it didn't even feel human anymore. I felt like an animal, she said. When it was his turn to testify, Soulja Boy admitted there was a sexual encounter with the woman when police showed up at the door of his $25,000 a month rental home to serve the search warrant. But he claimed she consented. I asked her if she wanted to have sex. She was engaged in it, he says. She didn't push me or say stop, nothing like that. Soulja Boy, who's 34 years old, denied he ever abused. Man, Soulja Boy's still young, man. That's crazy. He denied he ever abused the woman in any way, claiming they bonded during their time together and always acted voluntarily. He said the woman would handle errands for him because he offered her a free place to live and they struck up a personal relationship, not because she was a paid employee. Did you ever hit a plaintiff in the mouth, bust her lip, and force her to give you top? His lawyer, Ivy, asked during his testimony. Of course not, and that's a disgusting allegation, Soulja Boy said. It sounds crazy to me. I did not do that. The Jane Doe who filed a lawsuit in January of 2021 is suing Soulja Boy with the claims that he subjected her to sexual battery, assault, false imprisonment, emotional distress, unpaid overtime, and a hostile work environment. She claims Soulja Boy punched her in the head at least on 10 separate occasions. She alleges one incident was so brutal that she lost consciousness and woke up in a locked room with no food or water. Soulja Boy has also been accused of physical and sexual assault by former girlfriends. Now, see, this is what's going to destroy Soulja Boy right here, in my opinion. Soulja Boy has also been accused of physical and sexual assault by former girlfriends, Kayla Myers and model Nia Riley. That's Teddy Riley's daughter he used to date, the daughter of musician Teddy Riley. Soulja Boy appeared on the reality shows Love and Hip Hop, Hollywood, and Marriage Boot Camp with Riley. In 2021, Riley sat down with YouTube blogger Tasha K and said that Soulja Boy threatened her with a gun and kicked her in the stomach while she was pregnant, causing her to suffer a miscarriage. A lawsuit filed by Jane Doe in May of 2021 mirrors the allegations made publicly by Nia Riley, Teddy Riley's daughter. That case initially resulted in a default judgment, but Soulja Boy is challenging the default, blaming his prior lawyer for failing to share contact information. His proper contact information. In a separate lawsuit, Myers claimed that she had an on and off again romantic relationship with Soulja Boy that ended when he allegedly held a gun to her head. So he got a reputation of this. Threatened her life and assaulted her at his home on February the 1st, 2019. A civil court jury found Soulja Boy liable for the assault and kidnapping of Myers at the trial. This dude is toast. This dude is toast. Matter of fact, let me check out his net worth. Soulja Boy net worth. Let me see his net worth. Soulja Boy's net worth is, they say, is $5 million. He's suing him for $73 million, and they say this man's net worth is $5 million. Bro, they're gonna bury this dude. I'm just trying to keep it real with y'all. I know some of y'all don't like that, and I say what's real. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, this dude got a history, bro. They're gonna come in. They're gonna come after him because he have a history. Simple as that, man. Once you have a history, bro, it's pretty hard to get past your history, man. And I'm just telling y'all what the truth is. You get mad at me all you want. I really don't give a damn. This dude have a history. Multiple girls said he put guns to their head. The girl said he kicked them and caused her to have a miscarriage. Come on, man. This dude is on cap. This dude is on cap. And he need to be called out on his BS. Real talk. I have no problem calling Soulja Boy out on this shit, man. She got pictures and text messages. What else are we talking about? It shouldn't even need to be nothing else to be talking about, dog. This dude. And the question is, why isn't he in prison for all of these alleged crimes, dog? This dude don't need to be on the streets. And Soulja Boy be acting out on social media all the time. All of these dudes be telling on themselves on social media. I try to tell you, social media clout is one of the worst things that ever happened in the history. In the history of this world, is social media clout. Because these people go on social media and tell on themselves with all the foolishness they do on social media. So how can you defend people when they do this nonsense and foolishness on social media? This nigga on the gram all the time, talking crazy, acting crazy, disrespecting. Sad, man. It really is. You know. So I'm just trying to tell y'all what it is. Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. Soulja Boy, man, like I said before, bro. And the fact that he got a history with this, and Nia Riley is Teddy Riley's daughter. You know what I mean? I'm just trying to tell y'all this, man. Like, well, these dudes, I don't know what these dudes throw their life away, man. They get the bag and trick themselves out of their position. They get the bag and trick themselves out of their position. And then people want to come in and take up for these dudes and act like, nah, man. We got to keep it real, bro. This dude incriminates himself on social media all the time with the things he say. Then you have multiple women saying the same thing over a course of years. Then once you go to court, it ain't on that type time that you be on the internet. All they do is if be acting tough, they go to court. It's a whole different story in court. Now it's yes ma'am, no ma'am, and you just wiped out your brother or whoever it was, whatever crime you did. Then you go to court, and now it's all peaches and cream. You a whole different person. I know you got to try and do that to get out your situation, but still, dog. Still. And I'm just being honest with y'all. Soulja Boy could have been way bigger than what he was, man, in my opinion. Way bigger. As far as an artist, as far as a personality. You know how big Soulja Boy was when he first came out? If Soulja Boy would have played his thing the right way, Soulja Boy could have been something iconic. But you get in that lifestyle, man, and it just, like I said before, man, you know what I mean? I pray for the brother, man. Real talk, bro. I don't want to see no brother fail like that, man. I pray for brother, man. Because you don't want to see nobody be putting the trick bag like that, man. And like I said, people, you know, giving up their whole lives, capping out here, doing foolishness. Sad, man. It really is. I'm about to go live on my other channel, though, y'all. So y'all make sure y'all subscribe and check out this other video that I did on this girl. And I'm gonna tell y'all about this girl on my other channel. This girl, she on cap too. So what she did was she went on this dating app, and so she tried to hire, or she didn't even try, she did. She hired a hitman, and basically, you know, she offered him a certain amount of money that I'm gonna talk about in this other video to kill her ex-boyfriend and his daughter. She went and made the down payment and met this dude and made the down payment and got caught. And her ex-boyfriend was a cop. That's right. But they ain't telling y'all about this shit. Nor did they tell you about the dude who just got a $1.68 billion judgment against him, where he got to pay all them women that they say he sexually assaulted. And so that's the link in the chat room right there. All y'all got to do is go there. I'm going over there right now. All y'all got to do is click that link. It's pinned in the top right there. It says I'm going live here right now. It's in the chat room. Y'all click on that link. I'm going over there right now. And y'all let me know what y'all think about that. And then, like I said, it's a video I did last night where that white, director, you know, James Toback, he basically just got a $1.6 billion judgment against him, right? That now, why he ain't on federal trial, I have no idea. But this dude got a $1.68 billion judgment filed against him yesterday for sexually assaulting damn near like 40-something women. But this nigga ain't on trial. It's just crazy, bro. It's a whole bunch of deviants out here. They're not telling y'all about this stuff, but I am. So it is what it is. But yeah, y'all definitely click on that link. It's pinned at the top of the chat room right now since I'm going live here on my other channel. Y'all meet me over there right now. Let's go.
All right, you guys, so we appreciate everybody that popped in, supported this video. Make sure that you guys shop our merch. We got that new A-Weapons merchandise right there below this video. All you got to do is look below. The links will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well to get the merch, to donate, support the channel, and subscribe to our podcast show. You'll see all those links pinned at the top of the comment section of this video. And we appreciate everybody that supports this channel and our networks. Also, that straight drop weight loss formula. Go to the website. You guys will see that. A link for that will be pinned at the top of the comment section as well. Go right there for all of your weight loss needs. Straight drop weight loss formula. We have a lot of testimonials on the website. You can go to www.str-8-drop.com and get you some of the weight loss formula today. Take your weight loss serious. Get in the gym, work out, exercise, and do what you got to do to stay on point. We appreciate everybody that's been locked into this video. Again, all the links are pinned at the top of the comment section below. Salute to all of y'all. And again, we appreciate everybody who support what we doing over here.